we have props to get ready for this last one. So, and this is the last one. So, just a little bit. And then the Lord bless you and keep you in the alma mater. We're still going to do that. So, if you're in the audience and you know that, and you're part of this from years past, we'll invite you up. But I wanted to recognize at this time the people who did solos this year. So, if you did a solo for solo and ensemble, will you please raise your hand? If you did an ensemble, please raise your hand. Pretty much everybody. And so we're going to pass those out. So take it one per participant. One per person.
Oh, I'm guessing I already did one. Wait for solos?
Ethan's got them. Ethan's going to give them out to everybody. Oh. Yeah. So if you already got one for show choir, then just keep that one. That's the one. He's not like the best. So share. So if you already got one for show choir, then show choir is that yours. We also had a 9th grader in this choir make All-State, and this is his 2nd year in All-State. And this is my kiddo, so I'm a little proud. But this is David Manning.
Awesome. Good job. Okay.
You know, what are you going to do? If you were a part of All-State Treble Chorus this year, and it's been like a hot minute since we did that, so you're going to have to remind me. If you were in Treble Chorus this year, that was Cheyenne Smith, and Alyssa Handshoot. Please come forward. I'm going to recognize you all at the same time. And then if you were in mixed chorus, that would be Elena Davidson, Allie Gossett, Ethan Eagle, and who am I missing? Oh, Emma Wilbarger. I'm sorry. And Emma Wilbarger, because she's behind me. So, and Emma Wilbarger, come on up. And then we have one student who's made it all 6 years of All-State, Elena Davidson. She's like, did it come in? Did it come in? I'm like, yeah, you can't have it yet. Can't have it yet. And we did a banquet, and I know that some of you were aware of that, and we gave awards at that banquet of leaders in certain choirs and best debuts. Oh, yes, sorry, you can go back to your places now. But we reserved one award for tonight, and so we started an award this year, and it's called Emily's Heart Award. And this was nominated, they were all nominated by their own classmates. And then I sent them with their names blanked out so that they might not know who they are, to Dana Gaines. And Dana Gaines is the mom of Emily. And Emily was taken from us on December 14th of 2019, pretty tragically. And she was just a spirit to be reckoned with in choir. And so I asked for the students to nominate someone who was a good human. Not necessarily the top musician of the class, but could be the top musician of the class. But someone who was quirky, and because I always describe Emily as if there was laughter in the choir, if there was mischief going on, it usually started with Emily. And so these people that, we had two. We have a male and a female, because I couldn't decide and Miss Dana couldn't decide, and so we came up with two. And this will go, their name will go on a perpetual plaque in the choir room, and I've ordered your trophies, but they haven't come in yet, so I'm really sorry. But you'll have a trophy to take home. And the two people that were awarded that this year, Kiana Wapeju. Okay, never mind. But it was a bright spirit and someone who was a good listener, and he always seemed to care. So, Keon is the first one. And then another person who they were described as just someone that you can always depend on, and someone that was always a good friend, but also a little ornery. And I bet the parents can totally attest to this. So the second one is J.C. Smith. Love you guys. This concert brought to you by Okay. Yeah, this concert brought to you by Kleenex. I'd also like to say thank you to a few people before we finish up the concert. Of course, there is Shannon Manning, excuse me, I gotta say the name right. She got married, so she changed it on us, and that's kind of hard to get used to. So Shannon Manning is our auditorium manager, and she makes everything run, and don't blame her if it didn't work. So thank you so much for being here. Once again, thank you to our supportive administration, because I couldn't do anything that I do without that. We have extremely supportive administration over at the White Palace, I guess, but they are